was in my office at Buckingham Palace within half an hour. And from then on, things started to unfold gradually. We didn't know whether it was going to be a royal funeral or a private funeral. We've got to remember that Diana, Princess of Wales, was divorced, no longer a member of the royal family, and ostensibly she was part of the Spencer family. Now, her brother, Earl Spencer, was in Cape Town, and he had to be contacted. He had to decide what it's going to be, and he decided, because Diana was such a public figure, that Buckingham Palace should be handling all the arrangements. And with that decision, it became a royal funeral. But it was a very, very difficult 24-hour period, because there was the whole question of Diana being brought back to the UK. It was decided pretty early on that it would be an aircraft of the Queen's flight going to Paris. The body would be loaded into the hold of the aircraft, and it was quite an interesting thing that happened at Northolt Airport, west of London, when the plane arrived. It had to stop in the dip where nobody could see it. And the bearer party, the second bearer party, were over there. They had to turn the coffin round in the hold so that when it came out head first. And nobody could see that. Meanwhile, I was with something like 400 media, television cameras, reporters, photographers, you name it, they were there. And I remember my briefing, I borrowed a photographer's ladder, because they always use ladders. You could have heard a pin drop at the airport. There wasn't a sound from the media pen, and the coffin was borne slowly out of the hold of the aircraft. I stood to one side, and my eyes were watering, and I thought, it's the wind blowing in my eyes, but it wasn't the wind.
How did you feel when you heard the news Diana died? Where were you? Who told you? Why does that night in particular stick out in your mind today? Please use the comments section below. We would love to hear your stories and even share some of them on Royal Report in the future.